And hello, welcome back to motherfucking Braw Cast. It's Billy Kirkwood here with JJ's with us this week.
Hello, how you doing? It's good to see you,
I'm
man.
good, mate. How are you? How are you? How are you?
All good, thank you. All good. Just busy after the Christmas break, man. It's been wild.
Well, do you know, it's weird for me because I kind of ended up kind of gigging through the Christmas period, and then I get like a couple of weeks to kind of buffer myself, and I immediately start panicking about money. I immediately start panicking about gigs and stuff. Like it's a time when I'm going to take off and get things happening, but fuck me, it's one of the most stressful times of the year. But Happy New Year, by the way. I mean, I don't know when people stop saying that. You get people still saying that to you like at the end of February and stuff.
I don't know, mate. I'm not sure. I guess if you've not seen someone for a long time, maybe, but I think it tends to wear off after maybe next week.
It's not like those guys that like clearly love the 31st of December and they're always going like, oh, I'll see you next year, mate. And you're like, shut the fuck. Who does that? They say it's a dad joke, but I've never made that joke myself. I swear I've never made that joke myself.
It's like those folk that walk in the room and then go knock knock once they're in the room. Same kind of thing.
Get in the sea. But lots going on. We're going to get a catch up with JJ, see everything that's happening. But of course, the big thing on the horizon, and we are going to talk about that, JJ, is of course, is the champs. We are what, 5 weeks away now?
5 weeks.
5 weeks away, and we're still got tickets to shift.
Yeah, still some tickets available. It's always the case in the run-up. We usually sell out the week before, or a couple of days before. So, yeah, there's still tickets available. The categories are filling up. Fake beard category is looking popular.
Very nice.
Yeah, the over 4-inch beard categories, they're always popular as well. So,
yep.
Yeah, it's looking good, man. It's looking good. And then we've got the Scottish rock band In Charge to their playing as well, playing a live set.
Yeah. They had a couple of their stuff the other week. It's very, very good.
Aye. It's going to be good, man. Looking forward to it. And then obviously the Friday night, we've got the broadcast.
We got the broadcast as well. Don't forget you can get tickets. It's going to be me, JJ. We're going to have Tragic O'Hara is going to be back on the show. He's going to be talking about all his artwork, his podcast, his book, and now he's actually kind of started taking on the jump of stand-up comedy as well. Stay in your fucking lane, Tosh. All I like to say is how dare you is the one thing I've got. And of course we've also got Jamie Coward there as well. So it's gonna be a crack. Oh, and Jan Chester. How can I not miss Jan Chester?
Cammy Barnes as well. Cammy Barnes is joining us. He's a musician and a barber as well. So he's gonna have input from both sides of our interests, the musical side and the barbering side. So it'll be interesting.
Do you think we could get somebody getting barbered up on stage? Could we get Cammy to bring his stuff along and have somebody getting barbered up live? Although when does it start becoming a bit QVC? Do you know what I mean? So Cammy, wait, what is this you're using? Well, this is actually, I don't know. So does it work? I'm not sure. It would feel a bit QVC a little bit this morning, wouldn't it be?
You might want a night off as well.
He also might want a night off, and if he's had a couple of drinks as well, we probably don't want him cutting somebody's beard or something. We don't want a beard becoming a Hitler-tash very, very quickly anyway.
No.
How's Christmas? I've got to ask, how's Christmas for you? Just a quiet one with you and the family? Yes?
It was, mate. It was good. So, like, before the kids came along, I would just kind of work right through. I'd take Christmas and Boxing Day off and then work through. Yeah. Take the first off because that's my birthday. And then just keep working. But this year, obviously having 2 kids now, I was determined to take as much time as possible. So, yeah, I only came in about 2 days over the holidays. The rest was family time, which is nice. So no, it's been good. It's been really good to spend time with family for a change, trying to be like I don't know, just a normal person rather than working flat out all the time. But you know what it's like, man. It's been self-employed. You've got to put the hours in. You've got to keep working.
If you and Elaine weren't such committed shaggers and now had 2 kids, then frankly, you wouldn't have found yourself in this state. But it's a game changer when the kids come along. It kind of changes Christmas a wee bit. See when I was a kid, man, like, oh my God, like all anybody wanted was a bike. Like, you see, like top tier present, not Mr. Frosty. Like, I wanted a Mr. Frosty when I was a kid, and then I got one when I was an adult. And I'll tell you this now, they're fucking shite. They're absolutely, they're crap. They're crap. What was the toy you wanted at Christmas growing up, mate? What was the toy you wanted at Christmas growing up?
You know what? The one that sticks in my mind was always Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero Turtles. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. It was. I was a big fan of them.
Classic.
I remember having the figures and stuff. But
did you get them?
Over time, I never got them all at once, sort of thing. But yeah, over time, I got them.
It's always that one kid that would come back after Christmas and it's like, oh, I got the full set, and it's like, you're not your mum, so shut your face. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying that. I'm saying I got them. It was like the 4 Turtles. That was it. Like I wasn't interested in like Bebop and Rocksteady and Shredder and all them. It's just the Turtles.
Who were the baddies then? Who were the baddies? Was it the other toys?
I don't know. Oh, wrestlers as well, man. I used to collect wrestlers. Found a couple of them in my drawer a few weeks ago.
I've got a couple. I don't know if you can see. I've got my Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the same ones, man. I got I don't have Sergeant Slaughter. I've got Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I got
mate.
Big Boss Man. And
these are the ones I want. Like I didn't get these as a kid, and I've only got a couple as an adult. But I kind of said a little while ago, it'll be nice to collect these. These are so fucking hard to get a hold of. It's unbelievable. Although I do have now, because I'm a shambles, and I know Graham Clark that watches the show will take a lot of credit for this. I do have various. I haven't bought like the top dollar ones, but I do have various world championship. This is the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, the one that Harley Race and Ric Flair would have held. It is.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
And then the big one. You ready for the big one?
Go for it.
Oh, yes, mate. I'm all tangled up here. Just give me a second. Well, we'll cut up. I've done that. Right, there we go. I mean, a shambles a world champion, wouldn't I? It's like.
Just got too many belts, man. I can't find it. Here we go. What's this? What is this? There you go.
It's the Eagle Wing. It's the Eagle Wing, man. Oh, Jesus. I'll tell you what. I'll bring it to the championships.
Do it.
Anyone can judge me watching this, but I guarantee you get your hands on this and put it over your shoulder. You're going to feel $1 million fucking bucks. That's all I'm telling you. You immediately feel.
I bet it feels good to hold, man. But like, I remember watching UFC the early days and the champions when they weren't fighting. When they were there just watching or cornering, they would have the belt on, but backwards. So they were still wearing it, but they could go about their whatever they were doing. I don't know if wrestlers do that out in public.
I don't think. Why would anybody do that? Take the belt off your dick. Do that. I'd be like you sitting there watching bowling with your bowling trophies or something.
Exactly.
Just
like a bowling ball.
Just put my beanie on it. That'd be mental. Of course, because I am the real world's heavyweight champion. Right, we got to talk about the championships. Like you say, every year it was so much fun last year because we had people coming in from all over the world again. We had folk coming all the way from like North America and what have you. Have we heard of any international visitors making the trip yet, or will we genuinely not find out until the day?
Well, I know obviously because of ticket sales, but there's entries for Belgium, America, Norway, Netherlands. Where?
I still have pride of place. You will see my runners-up.
I see that.
My runners-up best mustache. To be honest, I think if I could have put some effort, I think I could have came first. That's what I'm saying. But there you go. Me in the field of only 2 people, and technically I somewhat had a beard at the time as well, a little tiny beard, because I think I desperately and quickly tried to grow my beard back after Panto or something, and I think I barely had any, and I haven't had Panto last year, but I did shave off my beard because I had surgery in the summer, man. My big lovely beard.
How's that now?
What's that?
Surgery all good?
Yes, sir. As you can see, I've still got my sexy scar that went all the way from my neck all the way down. So they're keeping an eye on me. But there's nothing immediately to worry about. Good. You know what I mean? There's nothing to kind of worry about. We're just keeping an eye on stuff. Still got a couple of swollen lymph nodes, but they were kind of swollen then, and they're still like the same now, so it's not really much of an issue. And I'm not in any danger. Let's put it that way. I'm not in any danger. So
glad to hear it.
Fingers crossed that long may continue. John, before we get into nits and grits, shall we take a little look at the championships from last year?
Yeah. I'm hesitating, right? Because I keep getting copyright flags for that video because of She Burns Red music.
In that case, we'll no bother then.
No,
I'll tell you what, I can give you this much. And that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting.
I just got, it's like it doesn't affect the channel or anything, but it's just every time it pops up, it gets a flag. So it's like, nah, let's just leave it. The thing is, I'll link it in the show notes and stuff, so people can
I'll change the music. I'll put something on I don't know. I'll put fucking what will I put? I'll put Celine Dion or something on it or something, and I'm sure that's going to be just fine. I'm sure that's just going to be fine. So, John, here we are. We're approaching the championships. How many years since you first put this idea together? What are we talking? So we're on what number are we on?
This will be number 7. But the first one was in 2017.
Yeah.
Obviously, we missed 3 years because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 2017 was the first one, done 18, 19, 20, and then the pandemic kicked in. So, also, we missed 21, 22. No, we missed 21, then we done the Braw Cast live in 22.
That's right.
And then 23, 24, 7. So this will be 7th one, man.
Jesus, but it feels like, I mean, it's been going kind of in one way or another. We couldn't have done it, like the number of people that turned around and and said, can you do it online? It's like, I don't really think you can do a beard championships online. You meant to scan your face in or something. I'm not sure how that would work.
The thing is, right, people have asked this, and this is my genuine opinion on it. People have asked if we can do online beard competitions in the past. Can they do online entries? There is a screen there. Could there be like a projector of online entries? And it's like, the answer is no, really, because you've seen people in different contexts. So you've seen people in real life who are in-person competitors, and then you've seen people like this potentially, but everybody could have different lighting, so you can't see the beard properly. Like if they're wearing black beard on black top, there's just so many factors, and then internet cutting in and out, that kind of stuff. The signal's not the best in Drygate as it is, so trying to run a live feed would be a nightmare.
Doesn't really work, does it? Doesn't really work. I mean,
and if folk could cheat with like hair extensions and stuff like that tucked in the back, so
fuck, man. Have you ever came across anything like that? People trying to cheat beard championships?
I've not, man. Like I've not in that.
If anyone ever has. I wonder if anyone, because that seems like it's never the vibe that I get. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never really got the vibe that anyone would do such a thing. But I wonder if there was just some scallywag that's never grown a beard in their life, has never really embraced any of that, and there he is with like his wife's hair extensions, going, "Look at my big blonde beard," and going like, "Well, first of all, you're ginger-headed, and you've apparently got a big blonde beard. How does that work?"
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't think so. But our event's different. As you know, our event is more it's half fun, half serious. So it's about everybody can kind of enter and take part. You know, people who are doing it just for a laugh can do it, and then people who are on the bearding circuit, they can do it and compete. Whereas there's events that are proper serious, like the Worlds or the British. I could see people potentially thinking about cheating there because there's more at stake.
Yes,
but I don't think anyone has, to be honest. I've never heard about it, and it would be daft to do it if that's your scene. You know what I mean? You get a bad rap for doing it, but no, it's one of the things. It's like, hair extensions exist. I'm sure someone would try it in a photo shoot or something like that. So it's possible.
Just imagine that bit, just tug and the whole thing comes off. It's like, man, that wasn't even a good fake. Although in saying that, we will of course have the return of the ever popular Fear Beard contest, where we were just talking about wrestling figures. Someone last year came with an entire beard made of these figures.
That's right.
Entire beard. So I've got to say, if they want to donate them or in any way sell them, then come to the championships again and talk to me. I might take them off your hands.
Still in the beard shape.
Oh man, do you think, whenever it comes to the fake beard contest and people are so inventive, do you ever get any heads ups of anyone ever kicking any ideas across to you going like, what do you think of this? Or is it just literally on the day?
There's not been any that I've known about it like ahead of time, which is cool because I like to see the creations that pop up. I'm always running about kind of firefighting at the event, just making sure everything's running smoothly. So I don't get to watch every category, but I always make sure I'm kind of near the front for the fake beard category because the amount of effort that goes in, and the freestyle beard, because the amount of effort that goes into those two categories is phenomenal. Like, I just love the thought that there's people sitting at home weeks ahead of the event crafting their beard for the fake beard category for our event. It's just, people dedicating the time, and
it's cool, man.
It is, having the passion for it. So yeah, it's awesome, man. So I always make the effort towards that one.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's probably hands down. No disrespect to anyone competing. It's probably my two favorite categories, in all fairness. Although I will say, I always look forward to the school picture every year where we go with bald and bearded guys. We always get that every year. And I don't know, maybe we need to pick a different category. Maybe it needs to be ginger beards or something. Ginger, and maybe we need to whittle it down. because
Yeah,
then we'd have like specifically ginger bald beards. Could we do that one? Do you think? I don't know.
we could do different one every year.
I like it. Well, that's a challenge. I'll have to think about that one for the championships itself. Really looking forward to it. And of course, broadcast the night before. It's going to be
Yeah.
great to catch up with the likes of Jamie Coward and what have you. What a year! What a couple of years that Jamie's had. Been very, very busy, and it's good to be
Mhm.
having back.
He's been on the broadcast a few times, but yeah, we're going to have him live in person this time. He's been doing well at the Isle of Man TT in the road racing scene. He's up there on the podium and stuff now, so yeah, he's making a name for himself. I remember I met him 2018 or something, 2017, something like that for the first time. And then we kind of started working together, and he was just a kind of unknown name, as it were. And we've been with him throughout his journey, and it's great to see him up on the podium at the Isle of Man TT, which is a prestigious event. So to have Jamie come to the broadcast live and, you know, take the time out of his schedule and come and chat with us is pretty cool. Because I think after that, he'll be straight into testing for the road circuits coming up. So yeah,
And he's also taking Braw into the digital realm because, of course, the sponsor is on the bike game,
that's really,
which I
Isle of Man
think is really fucking cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's really cool. So Jamie is a playable character in Isle of Man TT games, which features the brawbeard branding. So it's cool.
You never think about that, man. It was like to see something that you've created. There can't be many people that have done that. See something you've created from the ground up is now actually, I mean, it's kind of preserved forever in some way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, man. So on the back of I think there's 3 games at the moment. There's 3 Isle of Man TT games, 1, 2, and
Uh-huh.
3. The second one, Jamie's on the back cover, and you can kind of see the Brawl logo on the side of the helmet on the back cover. So
Right.
I've got a copy of that stashed away just for memories and stuff. But I've got a copy of every game just because it's, you know, Braw's in it. It's cool.
Do you play them?
Oh yeah. I'm genuinely a fan. That's where we used to go for our summer holidays. Was Isle of Man TT. That's where I'd go as a kid. Because my parents were motorcycle fans, so
Yeah.
that's where we'd go. So yeah, I do play it as a fan. You know.
God, we went fucking nowhere like that when I was a kid. Like my parents were, I think, basically growing up, I would get either shackled to my brothers who would then go, like, take your wee brother Billy with you, or I don't think we went fucking anywhere. I think we went on holiday to Dunbar once.
Right.
Or something, and even then we stayed in a B&B, and the highlight of that was breakfast because we didn't get breakfast in my. Well, we didn't know get breakfast, but like it was like ready break, and that was it.
Yeah.
And anytime, and in saying that though, we weren't. I mean, my dad's main interests were probably watching football and playing dominoes, and I think my
Right.
mum's main interests were staying away from my dad. So that's pretty much. You know, that's pretty much how you can do it. It's not the foundation of a family holiday, is what I'm saying. It's not the foundation of a family holiday. And talking about that as well, we got to talk about, of course, after you guys smashed it last year, the Viking longboats, absolutely smashed it. You were clearly at least the world champions for at least a good 10 minutes?
Nah, 20 seconds it was, man.
Cancel, mate. Cancel. You can still put that on a poster, former world champion.
I need to get your belt, wear it over my shoulder with pride. That's what we'll do.
World
That's
champion,
what we'll
mate.
do. When we turn
It's
up
like,
this year, walking with the belts.
It's like when you're the president and then they still call you Mr. President.
There
You know, you were the world champion, never technically on one, never defeated. Like they never went 1-on-1. So technically you are still the world champion. So just I'm chucking that out there. But you're going to be going back this summer.
Yes, we're going back this summer. It's
as well.
June. So yeah, looking forward to it.
So what's probably, like, talking about the championships a second, John, like what's probably your favorite bit? Is it, can you finally relax once you do that opening speech and we're into it? Or are you like, I honestly cannot settle down until we're taking everything out and it's the end of the night? What's your favorite part?
Well, my favorite part, I guess, is speaking to people when they come in the door. When they're, you know, when people are lining up, they've shown their tickets and they've come in, they're lining up to get their photo taken or whatever. I try and make the effort to go and speak to people. Just because there are a lot of people that you speak to in the Brotherhood Facebook group that you don't get to see in person. So I just go and, you know, try and speak to people there. And that helps me relax a wee bit. But I don't fully relax until once we've handed the awards out at the end. Because, you know, things can still happen. Like, we've got the projector running for the categories. Something could go wrong with that. The band could have an issue. You know, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. So that's always playing in the back of my mind. But the whole event as a whole, see when we're standing, obviously you're on stage, so you don't see it fully, but you see it a little bit where Elaine stands at the side of the stage, preparing everybody to walk on stage. And she's telling everybody how it's going to go, and I'm standing there sometimes as well, just to help settle some people's nerves, because it is a nerve-wracking thing. People, you're walking on stage and having your face judged, essentially. So it is a nerve-wracking thing. So even just talking to people there.
It's a bit of fun as well for anyone that's there. I want to make that clear. It's still a bit of fun.
100%. It is fun. You're right. But it's, a lot of people have never walked on a stage before. So
that's true. And we look after them.
I will look after this exactly it. So I just get some chat with them, settle their nerves, and I just enjoy talking to people. It's great.
And of course, big shout out to Mama Jackson as well, who is probably the Iron Woman of the BrawBeard Championships, because she's looked after 2 of them now when she's been roughly round about the same stage in the pregnancy. So that's what, 2020 and last year?
So 2020, she was 7 months pregnant. Last year, she was 8 months pregnant. So yeah.
Just bring it a wee bit closer. So and she would not take a seat. She would not take a seat.
The thing is, like, the first year, 2020, she was tired, like proper tired, because it was her first pregnancy. She never experienced it before. And 7 months pregnant, understandably. So she felt it, and then she was a bit concerned going into last year. I did say, like, if you can't do it, it's fine. But she wanted to do it, and she really enjoyed it. She just had a ball last time. I guess she was comfortable with the pregnancy situation, and at the event, just talking to everybody again, and it was a fun atmosphere. So it took her mind off it, which was cool.
It was without picking favourites, it was probably my favourite one last year, to be honest. I just thought it had a really good vibe.
Yeah, same.
And it's going to be even better this year. It's going to be even better this year. That's what I'm going to say. Even better this year.
Well, there's wee things we tweak. So, like, even just changing up the category, the way the categories run and things like that, the order, that makes a big difference as well. Timings, like fine-tuning timings, it all makes it run a bit smoother. So that just makes it a better event even further. So it's the same this year. It's just going to be class. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm delighted to be back as host. Although I will say, if we do call out your numbers or your categories, if you could just get to the side of the stage a wee bit quicker, that would be absolutely cracking. Because the number of times we went, right, that's us, and then people have appeared. It's like, you fucking motherfucker. I was away having a shite, or I was away ordering a pizza. One of the big shout out to our friends at the Dry Gate as well. They look after us really well, no complaints. But if you are going to go order a pizza, make sure it's round about when your category's no on. That would just be brilliant.
Well, that's it, man. That was one of the tweaks we made actually last year. Was the timings? The timesheet is everywhere, so people can see it when their category is kind of due. Obviously, it's going to move slightly, but gives them a rough idea.
And the big one as well, we're going to talk about the big one. We've got a fantastic band this year. Every year it's a different style of band. Every year it's an absolute belter. Tell us a little bit about how you came across the guys that are doing it this year.
In Charge, they popped up on my Spotify feed. I'm constantly listening to Spotify, like usually just for entertainment, but sometimes researching bands and that kind of thing. And with the Champs, it's like people are paying a ticket price, it's not a couple of quid, so they're paying a ticket, so they want to be seeing a decent band as well. So I've got to take that into consideration. If the band has, a few hundred followers or a few hundred monthly listens on Spotify, they've got to have a following. So anyway, In Charge popped up. I heard a couple of songs. I was like, they're good. So I ran around to the computer to see who it was and found out they were based in Glasgow. So I got in touch with them. They were free. They were up for it. So it was perfect.
And is this the first time playing anything like this, or do we know if they've done these type of events before?
No, I think it's the first time for a Beard Championship anyway. They play live gigs a lot. They're an active live band, but it's the first time playing the championship. So it's one of those things. It's like when I ask bands, like, yes, sign me up, because it's something totally different. And then you've got international competitors as well, which is international ears that may take that back to their friends and share. So it's a
And
benefit to the band as well.
Drygate is a fantastic venue for bands. It's a great venue to see bands. It's probably a better venue than seeing comedy in and stuff like that, I would say necessarily. Although it's going to be great for the broadcast where we're going to be really freewheeling. There'll be a bit of interviewing, but I think we're going to have some topics. We're going to have some suggestions. We're going to have some random stuff. So it's just not going to be, oh, so Jamie, what you been up to? It's not going to be like this. But again, I'm bringing up this morning. It's not going to be like this morning. It's going to be a little more frantic and a little more wild. And we'll hopefully get some weird stories. I think me and Tosh being in the same space is always a risk.
Mate, I am. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the lineup. I'm still trying to figure out the lineup because the way we done it the last time, sorry, it was 2 people on and then all 4 at the end, which worked really well, I thought. And if that's the way we're going to go this year, I don't know. I don't know who we're going to pick for the way. Tosh is entertaining, so is Jack Jester.
Yeah,
it could be chaos, man.
Well, maybe just mix it up a bit because I was actually rewatching a couple of the broadcasts that me and Tosh were on, and they're a mess. they're a mess. And if people can stop sending me the clip of the Disneyland story, I would really appreciate that because I'm not obsessed with things going to Mars. I want to make that very clear, right? I want to make that very clear. But who knows? Maybe it'll come up again. What's your most embarrassing story in your life? What's the best thing that's ever happened to you? What's the most embarrassing story? Those are just maybe potentially 2 questions that everyone in the panel has to answer. Imagine that. Maybe we could put a big glass bowl out the front, questions, and people have got to pick them out to ask other people on the panel.
There's an idea.
That could go anywhere. Or at least it's part of it anyway. At least we're not giving anything away, but imagine a part of it. Oh God, you could get asked something really personal and you've got to answer it.
So wait a minute. So will this be questions from the other people on the panel or questions from the public?
Oh, everyone. Everyone has to. So the questions themselves could be from the public. We could get them pre-show, right? So there's a big glass jar on the table that everyone has to answer.
You just know there's going to be a set of keys in there, right?
We're looking at you, Jamie.
What, me? At you.
No, Jamie. He's going to be the one that's going to turn up on his bike and he's going to be like, I've no come to Glasgow just to ride this. And it's like, you settle yourself down. Right. I don't know if that'll be his line. I don't know if that. And then there's Jack Jester who'll probably just chuck in his mobile. Last time I saw it, I'm sure it was quite an old phone. I'm sure it was. I'm not saying it to be. I'm not saying it to be a prick. It was like, what smartphone is this? And it was like some Czechoslovakian one. I think he got. Like,
right.
Dodgy. Do you know what I mean? It's using like Russian satellites to find out, beaming music. Don't know where he gets them. I think he gets them from the dark web, to be honest. I think he gets them from the dark web. I don't know that officially, but there it is. So all you need to know is when we come to the broadcast, it's going to be unpredictable. It's going to be a little bit different, but it is going to be a good laugh. That is going to be on the Friday, but the champs tickets are still available, John, whether you want to come along and be a participant or you just want to come along and have a bloody good time. Where are we getting tickets?
TheBrawBMC.com. www.thebrawbmc.com. All the details are there. Tickets are available there. There's actually the videos from the previous years as well if you want to see what the event's about. And,
I would have played you some here, but we don't want the copyright thing again. I must have. Do you know what? In the episodes we're doing, because we're going to be doing an episode a week right up to the championships. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get some clips that don't have music on them. There's got to be some clips out there or something, even if it's some fan footage and stuff like that. I'm going to see if I can get some on there to give you a bit of a flavour.
Well, I do have a clip that has... So the one that gets flagged is the She Burns Red music. And I don't know why. Like, I got permission to use it. I got a license and stuff, but it still gets flagged for some reason.
I'll be honest. I think the way the algorithm, particularly on Facebook and stuff, I think it's just Meta just immediately goes, "Oh, he doesn't own this," and there's nothing you can do about it. It's you have to dispute it and debut it.
I've got that video without music, so we can chuck something on top of it.
We'll chuck something on. Give you a wee flavour of what's coming up in the next. And I promise I will be probably as foul-mouthed and as weird as I can be on stage as I was last year. Because I got loads of lovely messages, and got a couple of people went like, "That host's a rude cunt," and it's like, "No, you're right enough." In all fairness, but it's what John pays us the big bucks for, right? Get your tickets, come along, get your t-shirts on. Don't forget, you can help to not only support the championships, to support Braw Cast, but you can also support BrawBeard as well. Lots of cool stuff over on the shops online as well. Anything in the moment, because you were seeing that hoodie there, that coloration, one of the green and the pink t-shirts, very popular.
It's very popular. This is, so I got these t-shirts done. It was like the retro logo I done. Yeah, Billy's got the sticker there as well. So these t-shirts came out in the summer. I got a hoodie done just for myself, and people like it. People keep asking when they're getting it. So yeah, I think these hoodies will come out at some point, probably after the champs, to be honest. There will be official event t-shirts at the champs. The BrawBeard Weekender t-shirts, they will be available at the BrawBeard stand. There's also the championship oil, which this is the final recipe.
An exclusive.
So there's only 100 made. Each one is numbered 1 to 100 as well to make it limited edition. So they'll be on sale at the desk as well, the table.
So there you go. You've got loads more reasons to come along. You can get some merch. You can have a good time, but don't forget, you can get your stuff ahead of time. You can go on the website, get your stuff turned up, decked out from BrawBeard from head to toe as well. I'm not saying it looks good in front of the judges. But it will look good. That's all I said. The judges have not been bought off. It's not going to win you anything. But you're going to look great in the photos. That's all I'm going to say.
And there's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of cameras, video, photography, that kind of stuff. So you will appear in a photo somewhere.
There's a lot of cameras. There's a couple of women that have got a kink as well. Let's face it.
There you go.
But you can get your t-shirts right now and all the information over on the website. Right, that is my Doug, who has finally sounded like he's taken over the house. So all that's left to say is we will see you next time on Braw Cast. We are going to be back next Sunday, and if you want any more information, all you need to do is get in touch. See you later. Cheers.
Thanks,